Welcome to Chapter 2, An Introduction to Object-Oriented Programming. Today we are going to learn about the basic concepts of object-oriented programming. Java is known for its implementation of objects, classes, inheritance, interfaces, and packages. What is an object? An object is identical to real-world objects by possessing state and behavior. A state is a field, while a behavior is the method. For example, a dog. The dog's state include the color and the breed. The dog's behavior include barking and eating. Software objects are best to think like they also exist in the real world. The state and behavior should be identified in order to make your program object-oriented. In Java, an object consists of fields or the state and methods or the behavior. The car has the following field, model, and gear. Typical Java object has its fields private from the outside world. In order to use the fields, the object uses methods to expose the fields. The car has 4 behaviors: change gear type, get manufacturer, and change manufacturer. The essence of hiding the object's fields to the outside world and requiring the methods to interact is called data encapsulation. The data of the object is encapsulated through the methods. What is a class? Based on the Oracle Java tutorial, a class is the blueprint from which individual objects are created. In our previous example, we say that the car is an object. Furthermore, car is also an instance of the class car. It may sound confusing, but here is a simple code implementation of the class car. The syntax will be discussed in the next chapters. Meanwhile, the class car is going to be the blueprint of your object car. Here is an application that will demonstrate the relationship between an object and the class. The small caps car is an instance of the class car. Car 1 and car 2 are the objects. We have created an object for the class car. The demo program prints out the fields of the 2 car objects. What is inheritance? In object-oriented programming, inheritance allows classes to acquire common state and behavior from the superclass. Let us start off with our previous example. The class car contains the common fields such as gear and manufacturer, model and color. Its common methods are get gear type, get number of passengers, and get manufacturer. The class Ford, Honda, Volvo are the subclasses of car. It means that the class car is the superclass of the 3 subclasses. Remember that a class can have one direct superclass, while the superclass can have multiple subclasses. In this code example, the keyword extends is used by the subclass Ford to inherit the fields and methods from the superclass. Also remember that each subclass has its own unique state and behavior, differentiating them from the other subclasses. What is an interface? An interface is simply a group of empty methods. Variables can also be defined in an interface. How about we turn our existing class car to an interface? Here is the code implementation. In our previous example, the class car has 4 methods as seen in our previous slide. All the methods are empty here in the interface. An interface is a contract between the class and the outside world, enforcing the class to explicitly use all methods from the interface. Notice that the class Ford is using the keyword implements before car. It means that Ford is going to explicitly use the methods from the interface car. Again, all methods from an interface is required to be used, whether or not you use those methods for implementation. What is a package? A package is like a folder at home with related files and documents. In Java, a package is a set of related classes and interface with a namespace. The Java API is composed of a variety of packages fit to use for your application. For example, the package java.net has classes for implementing work-related applications. Java.sql has classes for processing data objects and data from a data source, typically from a relational database. Remember that as a programmer, your main reference is the Java API, so you might as well bookmark it. See you next time!